My view on training is that it's not optional. We're given a body that can move, we're given a body that's designed to be moving around, it's designed for function, it's designed to swing, it's designed to run and crawl and jump. So I don't see training as an option. The amount of training, yeah, that's possibly an optional thing.
There's a certain honesty to it. A lot of the lifting that I do, the heavier lifting, you can either do it or you can't. It doesn't lie to you. It's an absolutely fantastic measure of my own physical strength that does get me ready for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Health, fitness, to me, it means everything. It's the one thing that nobody can stop me doing. Nobody has control over at all, like anywhere. It's my body, my life, my health, my fitness, and it's only me that's going to give it to me. And nobody can take it away from me.
Sweatshed is an independent training facility. We've been running for 4 years. I first started training people in my parents' garden shed. I used to hire out school halls to deliver group sessions, circuit classes. Then when I saved up enough money, we moved into a 1,000 square foot industrial unit. It was cold, it wasn't designed for exercise, but we made it work for us. And then more recently we moved into a new 4,000 square foot space and it's bigger. The origins of the Sweatshed were I was a employed personal trainer working for a big chain gym in Manchester. Was a bit disheartened by the whole process, but I really didn't enjoy the conveyor belt style of getting clients in, shipping them off into the gym, on their, leaving them to their own devices, and then obviously they were just paying their monthly fee to the gym. The gym kind of almost forgot about them really, and then they were left to it. Normally they'd last a couple of weeks, a couple of months at best, and then they'd just kind of fall by the wayside. And so long as they were signed up to a 12-month contract, the gym didn't really seem to care too much.
What made me start was I knew Matt when he was a personal trainer. For the last 3 years I've seen the project develop just over social media, but was never in contact with Matt. And basically before I was on and off going into a commercial gym, I'd say pretty much doing the same exercises every week. And it was just from seeing Matt and seeing the type of exercises that he was doing and how different it was that got me really drawn to it.
It's group exercise, so there's a really good atmosphere. Everyone's not competing against each other but pushing each other.
Since I've come in here the last 4 months, my whole perception of exercise has completely changed, and you will not get me near a commercial gym whatsoever now.
Before I came to Sweatshed, I think there was other corporate gyms, big gyms and stuff like that, but I never saw any results at all anywhere, and I wasn't guided by anyone. I wasn't, again, not just misinformed by people, but that's because when you get down to it, they're trying to make money, they're not trying to train people, they're not trying to make people fit and healthy, they're getting something out of it. So, but Sweatshed has got a lot more heart and passion behind it. overnight results.
It's my job and my hobby, so at times it does become a case of you can have too much of a good thing and I need to take some time off, just a couple of days. When I do have this time away from the gym, it makes me realise that I don't do anything else, or I don't enjoy anything half as much as what I do being in the gym and exercising. It really is my whole life, really. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. For me, I can't see any other career or path through life being as rewarding or as worthy a devotion of time as what exercising other people and empowering other people to become stronger individuals. There's nothing better.
I'll just calculate how many you owe me. It says, oh, keep going.
I think some people, Joe Public, are looking for the smallest incident and the slightest excuse so that they don't have to train, and then they can justify it to themselves that it wasn't them that backed out, it was some other external factor that was the reason why they couldn't train, and that will sit well with their conscience then. The human race are getting lazier and lazier the older, the further into time that we go. We're always after instant gratification in the form of everything provided immediately. We can't wait for anything. Becoming much more sedentary as a lot of things move towards computers, luxury, just a lot lazier, a lot softer as a species, and you know, the developed world are just going further and further and further into the abyss of disease and just a terrible place it's going to.
Personally, I'm embarrassed, but I'm not embarrassed by the people, I'm embarrassed by the lack of information and education there is about it that's available to the people of the UK.
Obesity and unhealthy lifestyle are on the increase due to a lack of education about health, and the cost of healthy eating versus the fast food unhealthy eating and the marketing campaigns behind it. The lack of access to free and low cost sport facilities and sports centres, and the breakdown of the local community where people used to help and socialise with each other.
I'd say education. People getting very, very misinformed between low fat, low sugar diets. Swapping low fat for high sugar is one definitely, I'd say.
With the kind of growth of these and expansion of massive chains of fast food outlets and food places, it's just so readily available that it's easy to eat badly. It's so easy to eat badly that you have to actually make an effort to create something decent to eat.
I think it comes down to education, and I think I do think it's changing. Like I mentioned, I'm a fitness coach, and one of the things that I'm really interested in is children and children moving and getting active. I think there's just been a gap where that wasn't important in people's lives, but I think it is becoming important now.
People having a fear of how other people will perceive them in a gym as well. I think when you come to a place like here, everybody is on the same sort of wavelength, the same agenda, which really helps. I think if you go into a commercial gym, you can feel pretty lost.
I get a lot of messages from people that are sometimes a bit worried about what they're going to be letting themselves in for when they attend a session at my gym. When I reply, there's always an emphasis on we aren't concerned about the individual's ability, we're more concerned about the individual's attitude. Part of the logo is the phrase, nobody ever drowned in sweat. I'm not quite sure where I picked that up from. It's certainly not my own words, but my interpretation of it is that nobody ever died from hard work. Nobody ever drowned in sweat. So just because you feel like something's difficult, it's not a reason to not continue doing it.
Yeah, I think it's right. No one ever did drown in sweat, and don't moan, just crack on with it, and it's fun, and just you're here for a reason, you're not here to moan about it. Yeah, just keep at it, get sweaty, get hot, feel stronger.
Nothing negative can come from what we're doing here and what everyone's doing here. It's only going to be positive, and it's Nike have said it, it's just a just do it attitude because you won't regret it. Another one is like the full socks on to make you feel stronger.
Maybe Offshore.
I would say that if people are unsatisfied with the current gym training environment that they have, there's much more to be explored. One of the things is these huge commercial gyms are everywhere and people are aware of them, but smaller gyms exist with alternative styles of training, alternative methods and equipment.
I train every day because I want to do it. I enjoy training every day. I enjoy seeing the progress, I enjoy the hard work, I enjoy the sense of satisfaction, I enjoy deserving my sleep at night. And you've got to go out there and find out what you enjoy, otherwise you're not going to do it.
Research. You have access to the internet, you have access to social media, just please look. And I think the key is variety. Have an open mind and be willing to try different forms of exercise. Commercial gyms they're never going to be a dying place, but I think as more people experience this type of exercise, they'll realise what they've been missing out on.
If I could pass on one piece of advice to individuals, both that are already training or looking to start getting fit, it would be to search out and find independent gyms in their own area to train at. These places blow traditional gyms out of the water in terms of atmosphere, quality of sessions, dedication and knowledge of the staff. A big chain, you're just a number. You signed up and left to your own devices. At a gym like mine or other independently run gyms, you're going to be an integral part of the community, pillar of support for others. People will know your name, will know who you are, will know your face, will notice when you're not attending sessions. So everybody becomes accountable beyond themselves, and they don't want to let others down, they don't want to let their instructors down, and as a result of that you're always going to get better results.